Hey guys, so I'm back with another video. I realized that my last video was very low in volume and I did not know it was going to come out like that. I apologize. But hopefully this video is a lot louder than that and you won't have to boom your speakers just to hear me barely speak. So hopefully this is a better video. And this time I'm going to speak about Bumbleby versus Blacksun and my opinion on it. So to start off the video, I am not a Bumbleby shipper. And I already know you Bumblebee shippers are like getting ready to sting me, and I can hear the buzzing from here. I can really hear the buzzing from here. And I do not hate the idea of Blake and Yang being together. Like, I can kind of see it now, but I still prefer Blake and Sun because they were supposed to be together since volume 1. But you guys didn't quit. And I gotta give you props for that, but still, come on now. Y'all already know Blake and Sun were supposed to be together, but you guys changed it. I gotta give you props for that. So I want to go into why I don't ship Bumbleby. Now, the reason why I don't ship Bumbleby is because I don't really like it when two main characters get together in a series, because it tends to distract from the main plot of the story. And I gotta give Rooster Teeth a lot of credit because they haven't really strayed from the plot and made it all about Bumblebee and shipping and all that stuff, because shipping is a huge part of this show. I don't know why. I'm really interested in what's going to happen with these characters, but a lot of people are into shipping, and I get it, it's a fun thing. But I gotta give the writers credit because they haven't strayed from them trying to defeat Salem, and they've kept that going. But I still don't like it when two main characters come together in a show and are romantically linked, because it kind of does become like a whole part of the series. But also too, it kind of stops the character development of two characters. Now with Yang, the character development has definitely progressed, and she has been more emotionally stable, and she's been a lot more independent and not really going off, and her semblance, she's been using it better, she's a lot stronger. So her character development is good. But Blake, on the other hand. Now, Blake is my favorite character. I love Blake. I think she's really dope. Something intrigued me about her. So one thing that I will say is Blake has been very dependent on whoever she's romantically linked to. She's been very dependent on whoever that is. Before the events of RWBY, obviously she was with Adam, and she was very dependent on him. She was abused by him emotionally, physically, everything. And, she didn't really see her life without him until, like, it got to a point where she just had to leave. Then, during the events of RWBY, she was kind of independent there and whatever, but then volumes 4 and 5, when she runs away, she becomes more dependent on Sun. Sun's the one that pushes her to, like, go fight the White Fang and confront them, or just try to meet up with Team RWBY no matter what. And she's constantly like, no. I don't know what she would have done if Sun didn't come with her. She probably would have cried herself to sleep every night. But she did listen to him, and her parents also pushed her too, so they probably would have been there either way. And then when she got back with Team RWBY, she became more reliant on Yang to help her out emotionally. And I feel like this is really surprising from someone who's supposed to be like a ninja and very stealth and, cool. But I feel like she needs somebody usually to help her out with whatever she's going through at the moment. We saw throughout Volume 7 that she had all her fight scenes with Yang. Her and Yang didn't really separate at all in Volume 7. And that's one of my favorite volumes. But I like that they separated them during Volume 8. And still, Blake was pretty dependent on whoever was around her. And relying on them to help her win fights and things like that. Because I looked this up, and the last time Blake won a fight on her own was all the way in Volume 2. Volume 2 against Roman Torchwick, when they were on that train. And Weiss was fighting with someone in the White Fang, and Yang was fighting with Neo. That was the last time that she won a fight by herself. Well, either that, or you can count the tournament where she beat the fighter on the skateboard Reese was the name, I think, and she beat her. But other than that, I don't think that she beat anybody else. You can count maybe Ilya in Volume 5, but to be honest, she didn't really beat her. She was just trying to talk to her. So it's been a long time since Blake has won a fight on her own. She's become very dependent on other people who are around her. And when Yang fell, she was the only member really to kind of just lose control. She was just going ballistic. Weiss was trying to calm her down. Props to Weiss because she held her down and was like trying to calm her down. She was like, okay, girl, like we still got a whole fight. We still got Cinder out here trying to kill everybody. And Neo's here trying to kill RWBY. Like we gotta get it together. And Weiss just totally wiped the floor with Cinder. Like she did kind of get beat at the end, but not really. She held her ground. So props to Weiss. She's been that girl throughout like the last probably 3 volumes. She's really been that girl. Even RWBY impressed me. Like you could tell she was affected by her sister at the time. She thought that her sister had died. She kept it together too. She was kind of getting ragdolled by Neo, but at the end of the day, she tricked Neo, and Neo ended up falling with her. So RWBY held her own as well. Blake was the only one who was kind of just struggling the whole time. I mean, she had that one kick with Cinder. I mean, I was so upset because when she kicked her, I thought this was the time where Blake was just gonna go off. Like I thought she was gonna go off and just start like karate chopping everywhere. But then 2 seconds later, she got exploded and then almost fell, and Penny had to go save her. So I was like, all right, here we go again. But yeah, that's why I kind of don't like Bumbleby together, because Blake has now become dependent on Yang, and maybe it's just better for Blake to not be with anybody and to just focus on herself, because maybe we'll see her become a better fighter. She should be the best fighter on Team RWBY because she didn't even go to a previous academy before Beacon. Beacon was the only academy that she went to, and she's like struggling. If you ask most people who the worst member of RWBY is, they would tell you either A, RWBY, or B, Blake. And I feel like that shouldn't happen because, again, she's supposed to be the best fighter for someone who got into Beacon without any of previous training from the other academies. And she was part of the White Fang, who was a legit group fighting with, the kingdoms and the academies. They were really good fighters. So I feel like she should be the best fighter. And she has a really nice semblance and she uses it beautifully. But still, she's struggling every fight. So that's why I don't really like Bumbleby. I like Blacksun better because, again, Sun is a side character, so he doesn't really take up a lot of time or, not that he takes up a lot of time, but it's not the main focus since he's a side character. It's not the main focus. It's just kind of like a side thing. And it's obvious that they were flirting since Volume 1. Come on, guys. Like, it's like Blacksun fell into the void with Team RWBY, John, and Neo. Blacksun is with them. But hopefully in volume, maybe not 9, but 10, we'll get to see Blake and Sun together again. I hope that they give them another chance, but, you never know. And also another reason is just because I don't really want to see Blake and Yang together since they're part of the same team. And I feel like when you have 2 people together in the same team, it makes the rest of the relationships a little bit awkward. Like, they favor each other over Weiss and RWBY. So I kind of want to see all 4 of them have an equal relationship with each other. I don't want to see Blake and Yang have, like, a special relationship and then, I don't know, RWBY and Weiss are just third wheeling. I don't really want to see that. But anyways, I kind of don't really care who. I mean, I would rather her end up with Sun, but if she ends up with Yang, that's fine. But I want to really see Blake, like, kick somebody's behind, like Roman Torchwick in Volume 2. I would love to see that type of Blake again. And if we can, I would be really excited for that. So, if you agree with me, hit the like button. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe tell me why. But I know this is not me hating on the Bumbleby shippers, because I know y'all gonna come for me. So again, if you like, If you agree, like. If you don't, sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Check out my channel, and I'm probably going to have another video out soon, so be on the look for that. Thanks, guys.